I really wish I would have known this starting out as a young engineer, but it took me a few years to figure this out. And I think most engineers go through a process to figure this out in their first, let's say, 3 to 6 years as an engineer. But I'm going to try to boil it down pretty quick and simple here for you today. So I was talking to a old friend of mine over the weekend who has been an engineer in big tech for the past 10 years. He's had jobs at Amazon and Microsoft. And we were talking about things we wish we knew when we were younger in our career. And the big thing that came up was, a lot of times you might feel like in your career or wherever you're at in life that you're blocked, you've got a gap, you're missing something, you're hitting a ceiling, you just cannot progress, you cannot advance, you cannot go higher. And we're talking specifically here about career, but it can be in a lot of places in your life, right? And you can't quite identify why, right? And we talked about this because obviously we both coach engineers, and sometimes people will come to you and tell you they're stuck, they're hitting a ceiling, they can't get a promotion, they can't land a job. When you ask them what they think their biggest gap is, what their biggest issue is, and why they can't do that, it's crickets. They haven't thought about it a lot. They haven't dug into the details. They don't really know what the issue is. So there's three pieces of advice quickly I can give you today that will help make sure that you're not one of these people, and you can try to refine this as you go throughout your career, starting early on. Number one, mind the feedback that you already have, right? That's MINE, mind the feedback, right? So look at performance reviews, take feedback that managers you've had have always consistently given you. Think of patterns that you followed across different jobs. If three managers or two managers have given you the same piece of feedback on how to improve, it's probably true, right? Number two, if you're not getting feedback or haven't got good feedback from a manager or managers, push for that. A lot of people don't like to get negative feedback and they try to avoid it. And when they get it, they dismiss it. They think their manager is being a jerk. Or they think their manager is biased, or they don't have the full picture, et cetera, et cetera. Push for feedback. Constantly seek feedback. It's good to have positive feedback, but negative feedback is even more helpful so you know what to improve. And the third thing you can do is do a 360-degree feedback exercise. Ask the people senior to you, the people peers at your level, and the people junior to you for feedback, right? What would they improve if they were you? What patterns do they notice? How could you support junior people better, right? And this is a very helpful exercise, and I think it'll help a lot of people because a lot of times we hit that ceiling, we hit that wall, and we just don't know how to go through it, right? And you can end up getting a coach, spending a lot of the initial time understanding what the issue is and wasting precious time. So try to self-diagnose a little bit, even if you don't have a coach. It can help you try to overcome those hurdles